Hey friends, it's me, Gigi, and I am back with another cooking video. And today I'm going to be making a gluten-free vegan pizza that is danielfast approved. I'm going to be making the crust out of cauliflower, and then again I made the tomato sauce from scratch, and I have some vegan cheese that I made that I might be onto something, so we'll see. But I also have hummus like I did for the lasagna, to kind of just see. I'd probably do half and half because I don't think I have enough cheese to do the full pizza, but we'll see. But I got this, God gave me this recipe to do like vegan cheese, and it actually melts. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet. If I'm gonna actually, give the recipe or try to find a way to like market it, but we'll see. We'll see. But let's get started. First, I am actually going to chop up my cauliflower. I'm gonna blend it up into little pieces. If you have a food processor, that's gonna be better. I don't, so I'm just gonna be using this blender. I do have a bigger blender, but I don't really like it, so I'm just gonna use this one for now. Then you want to get you a dish. Kind of like this size, however big the cauliflower is, so that you can put it in the oven. Because once you cut up the cauliflower, you're gonna put it in the oven to cook so that it becomes tender. Alright, and I'm actually going to preheat the oven right now to 400. Let's get this piece in a little bit. You can get this blender from, I make my shakes and stuff in here, but you get this from Walmart for $12.88. You gotta hold it, but it also costs, but decent little blender to do what you need it to do. This is how it came out. Kind of like, you want to make it like cauliflower rice. This process is time consuming, but it's the most effective way to do it, because I was being impatient, and I was like, why can't I just boil the cauliflower and then mash it down and then form it, like squeeze it out and form it. But it was still chunky when I did it that way, and it wasn't little pieces like this, so it made it harder for me to squeeze all of the water out, and it became still kind of like soggy, and I don't like it soggy like that. So this is more effective. It does take time, but way more effective. You kind of want to go through, make sure that there isn't any big chunks left, because again, it'll keep the water and it make it harder for you to squeeze it out. And it's time to make the dough. Alright, so now we got our cauliflower rice-like pieces, and you're not gonna add anything to it. You're just gonna put it in the oven for about 30 minutes or until it becomes tender. Hopefully it takes less than that, so we'll see. But I'll be back once I take this out the oven. Kind of just like browned a little bit, but now the water got to be squeezed out of it. So here comes the part where it's like, I know I need to wait to let it cool down, so I don't want to burn my hands, but I also don't want to wait. Let's see. Alright, for this you're gonna need paper towels to squeeze out the water. If you have a cheese cloth or something like that, you can use that. I prefer not to because I feel like little pieces of like lint here is gonna be left, and I don't want that. So I just use paper towels. This is ready to, this is definitely ready to be squeezed out. Wonder. So I can fold it in the middle here and then put it on top so that it doesn't bust up too big of a hole when I'm squeezing it. It's hot. And the goal is to squeeze as much water as you can out of it. You see it's already getting wet. I didn't even squeeze it. Well, we didn't even put the water in here. So I don't know, I might have to let this cool down. Yeah, I might have to let this cool down. I'm gonna put this in a Frigidaire. I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. I don't want to put it in the freezer. I should put it in the freezer though. Alright, I'm gonna put it in the freezer for a little bit. I hope that it cools down. In a very fast amount of time. So I'm gonna make some room in the freezer real quick, and then I'll put this in the freezer. Alright, so it's not completely cool, but it's a lot cooler than what it was. To the point where I feel like I can squeeze it out. So we're gonna try this again. Put that. Alright, again, you just want to squeeze it as hard as you can to get all of the water out. Once you squeeze it all out, just gonna gently open it up. There should be more, just like little dry pieces. Be careful if the paper towel rip, that you don't get paper towel pieces in your mixture. But you're gonna just do the same process to all of it until all of it is squeezed out. And go from there. And now I'm gonna add other ingredients. I have some cassava flour. You don't have to use that if you don't want to. I also have some oat flour that I just bought, some dry steel oats, and I blended those up to become powdery form, and it's just oat flour now. So I'm gonna use both of them. If you want to just use oat flour, you can. And I also have some chia seed mixture that's gonna operate as an egg. It's just chia seeds and water mixed together. You blend them, and it comes out as a yolky texture. So that's what we're gonna be using using to mix our pizza dough together. And I'm also gonna put some seasonings in it, but I'll do that after I mix this stuff together. So now, if you can see, it's pretty dry. It looks kind of like potatoes at this point. But to dry it out more, we're gonna use the oat flour and stuff, and then roll it out. So let's mix everything together. I don't really know any ingredients, but you kind of want it to be like a thick texture. And you're gonna roll it out to be really thin. That's if you ever get cauliflower crust from anywhere, you're gonna see that it's really thin, just so that it cooks properly. But we want to get it to be a firm texture. So we're gonna go in with the oat flour. I'm just gonna use all of that was in there. Mix that together. If you don't want to use cassava flour, you can look at the ingredients. I made sure like there's no yeast, but cassava is like the yucca root. It's kind of like the yams that they use for like fufu. If you don't want to use that, I don't think it has any like yeast or anything like that. It doesn't. It's just the cassava root. I'll blend it up. So it's up to you if you decide that you want to use that, if you feel like it's danielfast appropriate or not. But cassava root, for me, is a natural vegetable. It's just blend it up, just like I did the oat flour. It's just blend it up. So now I'm gonna put in some cassava flour, but you'll want to double up on the oat flour if you're not gonna use cassava. And I don't want my pizza to be soggy, so that's why I'm using quite a bit of the flour. I want it to really soak up the moisture, because once I put the egg in, it's gonna bind everything. You don't need any water because of the excess moisture that is in. Then this, you're gonna notice that there's still some chunks of what is it? Still some chunks of the cauliflower in here. Hopefully it doesn't do any damage. I might put a little bit more flour in here because it still feels a little moisture. I don't want no moisture in here. I want it to be dry. Before I put the egg in, well, before I put the chia seed mixture in, I'm going to season it so that all of the dry ingredients are being mixed together and all the way through. So I'm going to add, I don't have a lot of garlic powder, but I'm going to just use what I have in here. But if you have garlic powder, that's what you want to use. I don't have that much. I should just chop up some fresh garlic, but I don't feel like doing that, so. This is onion powder. Put a little bit of that in here. Some oregano. I love oregano. And it's really healthy for you. It's really good for you. And just a little bit of salt. And then just mix all that together. A lot better. It's not as moist. So you kind of want to feel to see the type of texture that you want. Again, I don't like the moisture because when it cooks, it becomes soggy, and I don't want it to be soggy. So I want it to be able to have like that flour in there to soak up the moisture. And now I'm going to add this egg consistency in there. I used half of this little thing, but we'll see if we need more or not after mixing. I could use a better spoon, but whatever. I might need to use some more. It smells really good. Alright, I'm gonna start using my hands to work this in there. Starting to get that doughy feel. I think I'm gonna add the rest of this in here. And I did make it a little bit more looser, but I'm gonna use more of this flour when I roll it out. So that it sticks and binds together really well. Alright. And honestly, if I see bigger chunks like this, I kinda just gotta take them out because I don't want those. Like I said the last time, it was a lot of those when I cooked it, boiling them on the stove and then squeezing them out. It was a lot of those, so it made it really, really watery, and it was real soggy in the middle. So that made it too watery. So I'm gonna do this. So I'm going to use half of this, and I took the other half and put it in this container. So we're going to see how this comes out. I don't know, I feel like it's still a little mushy, and I don't like that. I probably should have worked it in with my hands when I first poured the egg mixture in. Now preheat the oven to 400. Because I'm gonna bake the crust first and then add the toppings to it. it off. But I ended up putting it into a circle, transferring it to some foil, and making a little crust out of it. I did put the other half in this bowl because I'm gonna see if I want to do something different with it. I need to add something else to it. I'll see how this come out first. A lot of times I just be making this stuff up and just seeing how it comes out. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna put this in the oven for about 15 minutes and then I'll be back. Alright, so I just took it out the oven and I cooked it for about, I want to say maybe 15 to 20 minutes because I had took it off and turned it this way so that it could cook the top of this part because this part was still a little soggy and I don't know that. So it didn't come out a little crusty. I'm spray a little oil on top of this and then top everything over. So. Okay, so this is the homemade sauce that I made. I made pizzas with my cousin the other day. And this is our leftover sauce that we have. So if you want to learn how to make some sauce, go into the lasagna video and you will learn how to make your own sauce from scratch. Alright, so the pepper is done. It was so good. That's how it looks. And I'm going to cut it open. Slice it up. See how it looks. So now what this half is, alright, this half is the gluten-free side, and this half is the, this half is the cheese, and this side is the hummus. So I'm going to taste it. I'm sorry I've been talking about my so I'm going to taste this real quick. Let's see, hopefully it's not so thin. We'll see.
Okay, it's difficult, I guess. Should be around the experience. I don't be pushing me back to the other.
So it is good. It's really good actually. I just feel like it could be more firm, or I could have rolled it out a little bit more thinner.
And then
because it's still like that doughy, not cooked all the way texture. I should have cooked it on the opposite side longer. I feel like that would have done it better. As if I would have, when I flipped it, I cooked it in the oven, let the top of it, like let this side cook and get crispier longer. But I'll let somebody else try it. So that you can get another opinion about it. But it is good. And that was with the vegan cheese. And I'm gonna do the one with the hummus.
A whole bunch of
Hummus was good too. You wanna try this? And we did the cauliflower crust. And it's still a little doughy, but it's good.
Okay. You recording right now?
I'll give you a little piece so you can.
Yeah, because I'm about to write it out.
This side is with this one. We got it on it. This one is with vegan cheese. Then I'll let you taste the one with the hummus. You see, like it's still, like it could have cooked longer. Like it's still doughy. But it's a lot firmer than the last time.
Always spicy.
It's too spicy?
Actually, the food always spicy.
Oh yeah, I like it.
I had to go put my house back up.
What you think about the vegan cheese?
I like it. I like it.
Okay, you are.
So,
That's the one with the
that
vegan
cheese is actually really good.
See?
I'm wondering if
That's
there's
some
some
vegan
chip.
cheese.
So,
You trying to taste test?
I'll be real quick.
no, that was good.
Well, you gotta try the one with
The hummus.
the hummus.
Okay.
That cheese.
This one?
Yeah.
So, this bread is giving me like
But the bread is good though.
Yeah.
It just need to be cooked wrong. It's good.
I want a muffin or something. Like a biscuit or something.
Like a biscuit, yeah. It's like a biscuity type of feel. Cause I think it's because of the cassava flour. That's the one good. But I do like that vegan cheese.
That vegan cheese is fire. This hummus is fire too. I'm about to say, you better cut his because you know he double did. No, thumbs up there.
This one is the one it's still doughy. It needs to be cooked longer.
Okay.
But otherwise it's still a lot firmer. It's holding together because the other one wasn't holding together.
Okay.
That's the vegan cheese one, and that's the hummus one.
Okay. So. And you not trying to, huh?
I did it already.
Okay. This was on? Bean
Vegan
cheese?
cheese.
I like the vegan cheese.
The
Did
vegan
you just
cheese?
make some with queso, like queso?
I was gonna make some queso today too.
I used to like that. Don't touch it that because the shit won't make
But it's cold now, but you know,
No, it's bomb. You don't gotta explain. Say
I'm
less,
just
that's really
trying
good.
it's more so about the flavors that coming together.
Oh, did you?
I hummus one too.
Duran said he liked the hummus one better.
I like both of them. They're both fine.
I like both of them, but I like the.
But that is how you make your gluten-free vegan pizza crust. Top of how you want to. Just make sure you cook your crust longer. So we did 15-20 minutes. Maybe do 30 minutes to 35 minutes.
What is this showing?
So
What is this showing?
see you next week.